Here are the biggest news stories for the May the 4th week. Nothing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification. Okay, so the news offering of May the 4th was lacking by a lot of people's, myself included, hopes for something. Anything really. There's been a lack of big Star Wars announcements, while Marvel is getting heavy hitter after heavy hitter, and we Star Wars fans, especially in the gaming community, have gotten zip, zilch, bubkiss. I mean, we haven't had any news for Star Wars gaming since we got the Lucasfilm Games refocus, and Ubisoft was announced to be in the works for an open-world Star Wars game. And all of that was in January. In 2021 terms, that's like 7 years ago. So for this video, I want to talk about where Star Wars is right now and what May the 4th has become and its place for news.
Welcome
to Uplink. But first, let's talk about the news we got and how you can support our efforts. If you like what we do, please consider supporting Uplink on Patreon for exclusive bonus content, including our new series on Uplink Plus, a deep dive in all of the Star Wars movies. Each week on Patreon, starting next week, we'll be diving deep into our thoughts on every Star Wars movie. So, on the Star Wars news side of things, we got the first episode of Bad Batch coming in at a whopping 75 minutes, setting up the rest of the series and the world of the Bad Batch. Overall, it's a great dive into these characters, and they're beginning to shine and expand on what animated Star Wars can do. On that same note, but through the LEGO side, we also have a new set, Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. It features the Bad Batch members, a Gonk droid, and features 969 pieces, all at the price of $99. I love the look of this set, and if you really enjoy Bad Batch, you can now own it in LEGO form. Now let's talk about what May 4th has become and what really it is now. So it was originally just started as a fun joke, a place for Star Wars fans to come together and highlight their favorite things around Star Wars. And slowly it's become more of a commercial thing where we get announcements for LEGO sets, we get announcement for products, we get announcements for all kinds of things. This time around we had the Bad Batch coming around on May the 4th, but we all hoped for something more. We all hoped for something on the Star Wars gaming front, something a little more than the Bad Batch. But I think that's one of the reasons why they did this specifically. We had Bad Batch coming out, and if they were to announce something Star Wars gaming related or something Star Wars related beyond what we already got, I think it would have overshadowed the Bad Batch. I mean, a lot of people would still be watching the Bad Batch, but I think a lot of people would be, I don't want to say not as positive, but not as receptive around the Bad Batch, which I can totally see. From a fan perspective, though, we are in such a massive drought for Star Wars gaming specifically, and while we aren't getting a drought in Star Wars content necessarily, I mean, after Bad Batch, we are going to be, but Marvel has been kicking Star Wars' butt in terms of what it can offer, the emotional resonance it can offer, as well as the amount of content they're bringing out. While Star Wars is struggling with directors, they're struggling with keeping writers, they're struggling with what they really want to tell in the world of Star Wars. And I think that's what we're running into, is as they are expanding their efforts, there's been an upshift, a doubling down, you could say. But once you double down, there's still a lot of work to come out. And I think we're going to see the efforts of doubling down much later than we would want to. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's probably something that we're going on. So future Star Wars, May the 4th, I think we will see less of a focus on announcements, other than like LEGO is always going to bring something around May the 4th. It's a great time for that. They're usually going to bring stuff for merch. They're going to bring stuff for the action figures, the collectibles, and all that. I think that's going to be a big focus. But I think going forward, it's going to be more on that side of things versus big Star Wars film or Star Wars video game announcements. Let me know what you think in the comments and what you thought of this new style of video. What would you like to see in the future of Uplink? What would you like to see announced going forward? And when do you expect to see some announcements for Star Wars gaming? Let me know down in the comment. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and do all the things. Help support Uplink on YouTube and the podcast. As always, may the Force be with you. Goodness gracious.